Hi and welcome back to the course, and this is the fourth video. First video was the introduction to the course, and I given the introduction to the syllabus as well as how many modules we are going to cover and the topics, right? And मैंने cover कर रखा है why the programming language and its need. उसके बाद मैंने cover किया था Python language and its installations पिछले वीडियो में. Now we are going to see about the features and benefits of Python. बिफोर लर्निंग द पाइथन हमें ये मालूम होना चाहिए कि हम कर क्या सकते हैं पाइथन की मदद से. दैट्स व्हाई वी आर गोइंग टू अंडरस्टैंड दैट दिस थिंग्स आल्सो. उसके बाद इस मॉड्यूल के बाद सिर्फ प्रोग्राम ही प्रोग्राम करने वाले, तो डोंट वरी अबाउट थ्योरी बट सो मच. ओके, चलिए स्टार्ट करते हैं विदाउट फर्दर ado. That's it. Now let's jump to the slide. Now, so before understanding benefits, let's talk about some features. There is some features I written down here, which is the most important. And if you will get some of the book, like one of the reference book you can refer, which is Learning Python. This is one of the great book for learning the Python. You will get this. These are the topics. I'm not going to everything cover from the book because we will get the copyright. Now let's talk about the first thing, which is the system program. Okay. Now the system programming, why we are calling we can do system programming is Python, because using Python you can access OS tools. And tools means what? You can manipulate the environment variable of the operating system. You can build sockets, networking. You can use in IoT. So it is like a system programming. It works like a system program. You can manipulate the process like in operating system. There is some process threads. So this kind of thing you can manipulate using the Python. So that's why we are calling we can use Python as a system program. Now let's talk. We understand this. Now let's talk about the GUI. तो GUI में क्या होता है कि इसका फुल फॉर्म होता है ग्राफिकल यूजर इंटरफेस. ये क्या करता है कि यूजर को एक व्यू दे देता है उस प्रोग्राम को यूज करने के लिए, जो कि abstract होता है उस प्रोग्राम का, क्योंकि यूजर can't understand the programming language. That's why we are building GUI to user can use our GUI, right? So you can search for VLC. You can build VLC. These are one of the GUI. You can say that this is a complete application, but as a reference you can use this. Okay, so you can use API of Tkinter to build desktop application in Python. Okay, that Tkinter provides API to build GUI for Windows, as well as if you can want to make, you can make for iOS as well. Okay, so you understand this कि Python can be used to make desktop application as well. उसके बाद आता है इंटरनेट स्क्रिप्टिंग. इंटरनेट स्क्रिप्टिंग का मतलब क्या होता है कि यू कैन यूज Python for web scraping and many other things like file transfer from one server to another server, to deployment. Like you can do a lot of things around networking in Python as well. Okay, that's why we are calling here internet scripting. After that, there is a database program. Means what? Let's understand a little bit about database, because it is important. There are two kinds of databases, like SQL type and non-SQL. SQL में क्या होता है कि people are storing data in tables, and इसमें क्या होता है, people are storing in JSON format. Okay, I am calling as a JSON format, but people are calling as non-SQL. Okay, तो इस तरह से होता है. एंड यहाँ पे टेबल तरह का कुछ होता है, यहाँ पे ऑब्जेक्ट्स होते हैं, राइट? People are storing in objects everything, and you can use Python to manipulate. You can perform here CRUD application here as well as in non-SQL also. CRUD means was create, read, update, and delete. You can perform all the operation on this table. Okay, that's why we are calling on this table as well as non-SQL format also. Okay, so that's why we are calling it database programming. Scientific means what? People are using Python in machine learning deep learning and AI things, right? So people are building machine learning models using Python, and mostly people use NumPy in starting for numerical calculation and like TensorFlow and PyTorch. These are the things used in like AI to create like models and train the models. Okay, so people are using mostly Python to train models like machine learning. Okay, now much more means what you can use this Python to develop games. You can use Pygame API to create this like create games, right? You can use for a lot of more things for Python. For now we can stop here because there is a lot is features are there for Python. Like if we try to understand every feature, it will get longer time. Okay, so no need to understand everything right now. हम लोग in future try करेंगे सीखने का whatever is required. Okay, for now इतना enough है for us, right? Now let's try to understand this benefits, like कि हमें क्या क्या benefits मिल सकता है Python की मदद से. Like in definition, I mentioned it is a high level language of object oriented general purpose language, right? So if you don't know the object oriented, also you can work with Python. You can use function, which is the first class member of Python. मतलब कि क्लास से ज़्यादा इम्पोर्टेंस फंक्शन को दिया जाता है इन like in JavaScript as well in Python. Right? If you don't know class and object, you can also work. But if you know this kind of thing, this is very useful when you are working with big project, and if multiple people are working and you want to share your code in thought, like it is very useful. Like key feature like inheritance, polymorphism, encapsulation, and abstraction. This kind of feature only provided in object oriented, not in functions. So that's why we are going to understand deep about object oriented in later videos. Okay, now free means what? Free means it is open source. Python is open source. You can use anywhere. You can modify its interpreter as well. Right? You can go to the like any search engine, which is your favorite. Maybe go to the Chrome and search Python interpreter GitHub. You will get the code of Python. Maybe you will get the Python code, but like most of code of Python interpreter is created in C language or made in C language. That's why you may get the Python code. Okay, so it is free. It's not mean कि there is no community support. There's like million of developers are using Python. तो आपको बहुत ही अच्छा support मिलेगा. कोई भी errors आता, you can just use Google and just search. You will get the solution of it. Okay. Portable means what? You can use Python to create web application. You can use on like operating system like Windows. You can use on cell phones, iOS, Linux, and much more like much more operating system. Like it is everywhere. We can say that if you want to use, you can use in IoT and as well in other things, right? So you can understand these things, right? Powerful means what? It has a variety or community. It is a very large community. Very large community has built-in like built-in functions, built-in support, and there is a lot of packages available to work done by those packages, right? You can use, if you want to use web application, web development, you can use Django, Flask, and the Fast API, and there is a lot of things available in Python. That's why we are calling it the powerful. Now mixed with means what? You can I already talked about the flavors of Python in previous video. I hope you watched. तो उसमें क्या मैंने बताया था कि देयर इज साइथन, जाइथन एंड आयरनथन, राइट? आयरनथन. तो अगर आप चाहो तो सी एंड पाइथन दोनों को मिलाकर कोड लिख सकते हो. आप चाहो तो जावा और पाइथन दोनों को मिलाकर कोड लिख सकते हो. बट देयर इज अ क्वेश्चन, लाइक इफ यू आर यूजिंग लाइक अगर जाइथन में भी आप कोड लिख रहे हो, so you are going to use Python only. But what is the benefits is make your code like fast. Like it is going to use JVM as well as PVM. So our code is going through the JVM mostly in Python. So this is not our part of learning of this course. So I'm not going to deeper of this Python, or no need to go, right? We are going to only understand the beginners level things right now. After that you can explore this hardcore things. Okay. we understand this Mixable. Now easy to use, we know how easy. You just install and just write typing. It's like English, like it is really like English. It is easy to learn and use, like. So it was the very comfortable for beginners. That way, I'll suggest you to follow the course. Go to the channel dashboard and save this playlist. If you like the video, please like and subscribe to the channel. I'll meet you in next video. Thank you so much for watching.